I'm here. Huh?
I'm finished. I went in out for a light.
Yeah, I'm in class.
Okay.
You finished everything up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I came out here early. You gone again.
Yeah, Lakeitha, you on. It's all good though, but you on talk mode. Lakeitha. Okay, cool.
I'm here.
No problem. It's no problem. All right. So we just gonna officially start the meeting, even though I was just talking a little bit. I'll get right back into it. What we're gonna do, I got everybody's perspectives as to how they perceive things have been going and what they wish occurs, except for two or three people that's currently still in the group. It's only a small group of us, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, there is approximately 3 to 4 gentlemen, 4 gentlemen, 1, 2, 3, 4 women, myself. So it's 9 people. It's another person that's just hanging on by a thread in the group. So we approximately got about 9 persons. It's not a problem. The goal right now, I think I've been clear with people is to assist, is to provide a system that allows families and tribes to govern themselves. That's really what Love Nation is. It's an intergovernmental, supranational organization. We have services, courses. Those are key. Services are listed on our website on the shop page. Courses is Love Nation University, 12 courses. Now, the thing about this is everybody's come in right now in the last 4 months. These 9 people are people that have just the Most High brought together in the last, say, 4 months or so. When the Most High has put me in the phase of wrapping this 20-year research, 5-year actual project development heavy phase up, right? So I appreciate the people that's participating now. And to the best of my ability, I curated and received their wishes and dreams. Those people who wishes to share them with me, right? What they wish, what their dream is, what their budget is, what they wish to do in the world that's beneficial to the world or to their group that they're here to be responsible for. So I got all of that, right? And this is how I look at the next 2 weeks, say 2 to 3 weeks, coming into what they call the new year, January, and going into the real new year, say the spring equinox, right? Which I perceive is March 20th this year or something, 19th. Yeah. I realize that anytime you transition, especially when you're creating something new, it's a beautiful thing. People can sense what it is becoming. It's beautiful when people demand of a company something that it says that it will do. I also just want everybody to know that this company is not a complete entity. This is a completing entity. And then once it's at this next stage that it is wrapping up into, it still will be a growing entity. And if we really think about it, it just has to be natural to know that. Because what are we doing? We're attempting to build infrastructure that helps families and tribes exist. It's 3 of us on a call. There may be 20 or 30 groups in the world that's attempting such a thing. There may be 500 to 600 unrecognized tribes in America that's on that same map, the same way. Maybe thousands and thousands of tribes throughout the world. We're not the only people who are attempting to self-govern ourselves. Yet what we are doing, at least Love Nation, is saying, hey, this ain't just for me. I see thousands of unrecognized tribes throughout America, hundreds of thousands of unrecognized tribes throughout the world. And that's just counting the tribes that formerly attempted to come together. What about the millions of families and tribes that have not formally declared their desire to actually link up, which they do have a desire to regain their family rights and legacies. There's millions of these families. And if the desire is so deep, what is stopping the actualization of the families to link up? Most of our families are what we would call broken, and we wish to unite them. This isn't a small task, and it doesn't have a small solution. Even when we get money, the goal is still not accomplished, because the goal is to ensure that the families and the tribes have access to the systems that they need to self-govern themselves, not to get paid, even though that's part of it. All right. I just want to say that. So the goal, so one big thing with Love Nation is I never look at any group or educational system as a competitive force. The goal is to incorporate all knowledge where knowledge truly is, for the benefit of those who have this mission and share this mission and are in alignment with this mission, which means everybody. I don't have to name their names, but any YouTuber, any online company, any place where there is knowledge that can help and assist in this mission is a welcome place for people to go and find information. Every program, training course, and everything that's available throughout the world is totally okay with me, with anybody going to and getting information that could benefit the cause. And I say that to say, I know we're different than other groups, and we shall be different. And the goal is not to do what they're doing, even though some things are similar, which means when a lot of people are focused on foundational operations that's in our foundation builder, and some things are not. Operations such as discharging debt, getting their bills paid, finding out how to get out of their current visuals problems. I really get that. Yet the road I've chosen for all in a capacity of the leader of Love Nation is to make sure that we have a governmental budget that takes into consideration people's needs. It's a very simple solution to a complex problem. The complex issue is that everybody in the group or in the tribe, in the nation, or not even in the tribe and the nation, everybody all around living have bills that they wish to get paid, debts that they want to get dealt with. And because the variety of debts are so many, and the resources of the team right now is limited, the most appropriate approach I found was to issue a security on behalf of the nation and incorporate the budget of everyone who chose to be a part of ensuring that the nation could exist, right? So even though it's not a direct attempt to take care of people's bills, even though I have issued, discharging instruments of people, that's the way that I see as a sustainable long-term solution. So I only say all of that to say, y'all, I'm not against y'all finding solutions for other people who specifically focus on things such as discharging debts and getting mortgages done, things of that nature. Because though that's something that we incorporate, is not our focus. And if you're not getting attended to in those areas appropriately, it's no problem. I get it. Yeah, I'm going to take the rest of this time here, this next, say, 10 minutes, to just explain quickly what Love Nation is in an operational sense. Like, what do we really do here? And what departments, what's going on here? So Love Nation, it is technically unincorporated association, right? It's an unincorporated association of Illinois, okay? Illinois territory, okay? Operating in accordance, not under, but in accordance with, I believe it's the 1818 Constitution of Illinois. I believe it's 1818, the original Constitution of Illinois. It does that because Love Nation is the DBA name. The real name for Love Nation is the United Nations of Chippewa, Ottawa, and Potawatomi Indians. The United Nations of Chippewa, Ottawa, and Potawatomi Indians is a tribe that was in existence in the Chicago area before it was called Chicago. Okay, and one of my forefathers, Billy Caldwell Jr., was a founding and a chief, mixed ancestry of Aboriginal American and British heritage. So it's really bringing that back into existence, and also paying homage to the Mississippian tribes and to all the descendants of the Mississippian tribes. And we coming together to ensure that there's an infrastructure for all of the tribes to exist. That's the real purpose. It has an extremely historical heritage, and that's the purpose. We have three specific, unique departments, or let's just say three pillars of Love Nation underneath that unincorporated association, right, that operates as a supranational intergovernmental organization. So it's an unincorporated association in Illinois. And what you'll learn if you research unincorporated associations in Illinois, there is no rules, regulations governing unincorporated associations in Illinois. So the rules of Love Nation is the rules that Love Nation gets to operate from and hold itself accountable to. So it has a temple, a state, and a force. So we have the temple of love, state of love, and force of love. Okay, the temple of love is in and of itself our spiritual, religious operation, right? It oversees the departments. We have a state of love, and this may seem technical. I don't know. I just hope this helps. Actually, the state of love oversees the enterprises. The temple of love oversees the departments, and the force of love oversees the registries. I'll be providing, nice little visual of the situation here. But just know that the temples, which is our spiritual oversight department, is overseeing the departments of the nation. Departments such as the Department of Treasury. We have our international, our indigenous entity identification numbers issued by the Indigenous Revenue Services. So we got our own IRS, things of this nature. And I'm saying that to say, if you're a leader of your tribe or a leader of your family, why would you want to participate with Love Nation? Well, it's like the same reason if you're a leader of a country, why would you want to participate with the United Nations? Because this is the United Nations. This is the United Nations before the United Nations was the United Nations. This is called the United Nations of Chippewa, Ottawa, and Potawatomi Indians. This was the first United Nations. And this is what we're coming back to become and to exist as. It is a group that specifically makes sure that all the other families and tribes can exist. For the protection of all the families and tribes that don't even see it's necessary to protect themselves in such a way right now. So imagine fighting for people in a way where they don't even see it's needed. So sometimes you're fighting against the very people that you're fighting for just to get them to see that the fight is necessary. But that's okay too. A lot of people think that this is doing too much, but I see our people dealing with cities, governments. They're up against governments, departments, bankers, international conglomerates every day. So we must have our own. This is simply answering the call of our fathers, our forefathers, our grandfathers, our uncles, our nephews, our children. We all know that we need our own everything. So to get our own everything, governments need intergovernmental organizations. So this is a place, if you are interested in making sure your family is sustainable and sovereign, then you know that that's going to happen because you're going to link up with other like-minded individuals, and y'all going to build some type of institution or some type of infrastructure that makes sure that all of y'all can succeed. That's literally how the world works. It's always worked. Without a few good men, no group of nations have ever succeeded, and that's just the fact of life. So it's like nothing new under the sun type of thing. So it's nothing new under the sun. It's always a time where a group of people come together and they look out for people who are not even looking out for themselves. And then over time, people get with the program. So temple, state, and force. Now the force is important because it oversees the registries. The registries are the most important thing in the nation and the tribes if you ever really think about it. Registries like, let me give you a list, all right? So all of these registries I'm going to list are in the Constitution. So countries really, when you think about a country, they manage data, y'all, and they manage systems. The people themselves are the government, and the people flow with the rules, and they fulfill the will of the constitutions, by being incentivized through government programs, right? So governments create programs to get people to do things that they believe people could benefit from, basically, right? And governments put money out to get people to do that, programs. And that's the same thing we'll be doing. So that's why we have every operation occurring right now. We have departments that's operational, we have enterprises operational, we have registries operational. The registries are still being developed. We have some enterprises being developed and departments being developed simultaneously. And so does every other nation in the world. They're all developing and they're all being developed. Everyone in the world. There's just some that have hundreds of years of existence and some that have hundreds of seconds and some hundreds of days and some that got hundreds of months. But let's talk about the registries. I'm just saying this so that we can see what are the things that actually the nation thinks about and should think about to ensure that their families can have the systems they need to be sovereign. Because this word has been thrown around a lot, sovereignty. Well, sovereignty is when groups of people come together under a social compact and they uphold that social compact and they keep themselves and they hold themselves accountable to things so that other people don't have to hold them accountable to those things, right? And you're not sovereign unless you have your systems in operation that you are accountable to. You have to be accountable to something. In sovereignty, you're simply choosing to be accountable to the laws that you choose to be accountable to. You're not saying I'm not accountable to anything. And these are some registries, right? I'll just list off some here, about 9 or 10. So a non-SWIFT ISIN securities registry. You'll hear me say non-SWIFT or non-UN or non-something. All that means is it's a system that's compatible with that certain system that we're saying it's not. It's compatible and could be intercommunicated with, yet it's not authorized by and under the authority of. For instance, a non-SWIFT ISIN security registry. That's our registry of our securities where we're issuing our own ISIN numbers, but we're not connected to the SWIFT network. Now, that is a true, actual reality, potential possibility. I'm willing to give people a deep dive into these types of registries later. Yet these are the registries that the force oversees: non-SWIFT ISIN registry, non-SWIFT ISRC registry, okay? Non-SWIFT ISIL CFIFSN registry. What's that for? That's for like registry of numbers for bank accounts, uh, different security documents, financial service documents. The ISRC registry is for like trademarks and copyrights and things of that nature. This is really the job of a nation, y'all, is to manage data. They manage the security data and they manage the registry data of the trademarks, of the copyrights, manage the data of the financial instruments and the bank codes. And that's the non-UN code registry. That's the registry for the public information. So like libraries and stuff get registered there, and museums. Community vessel registry. So when there's boats and small vehicles that's registered as vessels, you manage that registry. Community banking registry. Now that banking registry will deal with things such as your IBAN number. You can issue your own IBAN numbers and BIC numbers when you literally take the responsibility to be your national numbering agency. We'll get into any and all of these things for people who have the responsibility to do that. I typically only speak to people about things that they accept the responsibility for. Nevertheless, there's 3 more registries here that's important. National IDs and passports registries, which we have absolutely 0 things under that because we do not have the machine to issue the IDs as of yet. Yet that's something that will be happening soon. Government issued docs, that's a registry. that we're developing. It has some things under there. You'll notice when I issue you documents, they typically have a serial code somewhere on them. You'll be able to Google that serial code or search that serial code, and your document will be able to be pulled up on our website. That's why those documents all have serial codes. Official laws and constitutions. So, in addition to those registries, like the official laws and constitutions of Love Nation, and then the constitution and the laws of each tribe, each family tribe collectively, those are coming to a registry. And I'm here to tell y'all that the defense of, the management of, the valuation of, and the liquidation of those registries is the main job of a nation, whether it seems to be true or not, right? Because all of those assets collectively is the assets of a nation. It's the securities of a nation. It's the people of the nation. It's the documents of a nation. If you notice the United States of America, when you get the full faith and credit, that clause is all about documents. That clause, when you read the full faith and credit, uh, that's basically stating that a document's going to be respected in another state. If it was issued in one state, it's going to be respected in another state. That's basically showing you how powerful documents are in the nation. It's really a primary purpose. Okay. And that's just a real fact. And I say all of that to say, I say all of that to really paint a picture and to bring topics to people's minds that are of extreme importance. I know most times we think in life in terms of the bills we have, the feelings we have, and the situations that seem to be important. I'm simply here to say these systems and registries, by being established and managed, is the solution to what everybody's attempting to accomplish. I can stand firm on it, regardless of whether it's overstood. Some people get it. I perceive some people are with it, even if they don't get it. They can sense it. What I do know, though, is that people's happiness and people's feelings do matter. Mine matter to me. So, in addition from breaking down or just communicating, because I showed no graphics, I just wanted to communicate the three pillars of Love Nation, which is the temple of love, the state of love, and the force of love. The force sounds like what it is more of that militant justice force. It oversees the registries, which is the heart of our organization. It's the data that we collect to organize things like our securities, our public documents, our private contracts, our government documents, our registries, our IDs, our securities, our banking documents, okay? Contracts, constitutions. So to defend the power that all of these documents have and the rights that they bestow upon us, that's the force of love. The state of love oversees enterprise. We do have a group of enterprises I'm not going over now. But just know there are company-owned organizations such as the Moneyverse Holding Company, Moneyverse Financial Holding Company, excuse me, and Expect Trust and Global Hip Hop Investment Trust that the nation started specifically to ensure that certain areas of business are maintained on behalf of the group, right? If we talk about timeline here, that's going to be an interesting concept. But what I can say is, if people want to be more engaged, that's pretty easy. Everybody hit me up on them. Yet, this is not that time in life. If people really sense what time it is right now, we just got the capability to issue and to get these ISIN numbers. So we going through accounts and making accounts get straight off on that section. The university is not wrapped up. I do want to get more people involved, and that's naturally just about to take more time than expected. But that's no problem because it's in wrap-up phase. The courses are the services are really done. The documents just need to get automated. So we're dealing with automation of documents and just overstanding of courses, y'all. And in that time, what I'm asking people to do is identify what they really here to do, get their plan together, how they want to move, how they want to live, and what role they want to play. Because what I'm here to say is within the next 2 to 3 weeks, just on my personal time of just taking my peaceful time, within 2 to 3 weeks, all this will just be concluded, and I'll just be showing y'all the completeness of things. Do I want to just do that? I like involvement, but it's difficult sometimes. Y'all feel me? It's just difficult. It's not that I don't want to be involved. It's
Yes.
not that I everybody to play a role. It's just a little difficult sometimes. You know. Um. So I say all that to say, I don't want to be an Indian giver. One of the major reasons why I invited people to participate right now with a few roles is so that they can receive some cash and currency. I'm not here to take that away. Yet with tasks comes responsibilities, and I myself can do better with communicating what people could do with their tasks. So I'm open to communicating better. I also want people to know what Love Nation really is. If we can listen to that explanation, the three pillars, the departments, enterprises, and registries, and realize that it's more like a nation. Thank you, Yahweh, for bringing that up. Like, yeah, I have to do a better job at communicating that. Some ideas have come to my mind as to what I can do here in the near future to make that more known, and to put realistic expectations on the group. But other than that, I gotta say, look, I'm really proud of the moment because shit, I know for a fact we about to be ISIN up. I know for a fact the university gonna be good, and I know for a fact the services are tight. The automation's gonna happen if we just a little patient. I'm assuming 2 to 3 weeks, but y'all know how it goes. If we just patient with the moment, we gonna see when it get done. Y'all feel me on that?
No, for sure.
I
Yes,
got a question.
sir.
From y'all hearing all of that, does it sound like I'm japping off, or do you hear anything else unique about the Love Nation that you didn't know? Or tell me what all of that stuff means to you. Does it mean nothing? Does it sound just like, talk to me, y'all? What does that sound like to you?
Sounds like a mission statement. Sounds like a vision. I didn't hear dropping off. I heard one thing leads to another, and step by step, inch by inch is a cinch. That's what I heard. As far as so you don't have to keep repelling it off over and over again. And some people are visual. We can hear it, but to see it, if we can transcribe, and these things are transcribed too. So whatever you just said right now, you can actually go in your back office and get the transcription, and you can literally copy and paste everything you just said and put that on a whole mission statement so we can all see it over and over again, hear it, and put it on our wall, things of that nature, to let it seep into our soul, because that's how we're going to get that aha moment.
I understand 1,000,000%. At the same time, most of what people, yeah, no, I don't want to just jump straight into that like that. I'm gonna say I understand at 1,000,000%. Appreciate that. Take that in. Something that's real is we really saw stuff. I just don't know. We really saw stuff. If people really look and see, if sometimes though, like I'm saying, sometimes you got too much sauce, and you don't know what to do. And I think that's kind of the group because everybody's problems or things that they are dealing with, the answers are in the group, either from a service that the company has to a person that's in the group who got the knowledge. You feel me? And I know that because I talk to each individual person. So I even know who can help who, right? I attempt to get that done, but I know that I can't make it happen. Over time, if it's supposed to, it will. Y'all feel me? And what I mean is over time, people gonna start seeing resources in places they didn't even acknowledge. You feel me? That's all. So, A, this offering. I do have visuals. You asked for visuals. I would say the visuals I have seem to be complicated, meaning like constitutions, websites, international notices. So what I have to do is take those things into like one page visual, like graphs and shit like that to kind of like break this shit down. which I'll work on. I'm cool with that. A, I'll do that. B, you tell me, Lakeith, I got a question. Do you think A, y'all, as far as the women, would y'all be more open to me just finding out what schedule works for all three of y'all, and then me like leading classrooms, like one meeting at a time about how we can finish this university course? Would you think y'all would rather that? Or B, do you think y'all would rather just take a break of a week or two? I come back with everything flushed out as well. I got it flushed out now, but flushed out how I perceive it will be flushed out after y'all was involved. Or do you perceive the third thing, me just show y'all what we got now and let y'all have it y'all way, which is like show y'all what I got done now and then have y'all add to that. Which of the three do you think is the best route?
3 it's ideal because we are getting it, but you're like, no, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to do this. And it's kind of like a blank canvas, which is great. But to have that decadence, we can pull and draw in however the Most High sees fit for. God is going to make sure He enlightens us on what to bring to the table from our side, our spectrum, our heart, our intellect. Through Him, He's gonna download it. So it would be nice to see exactly, okay, I get it. Because that's how women are. Men bring things to us and we just multiply it. That's how women are.
All right, cool. So with that, I'm gonna bring one course at a time, have y'all flesh out one course, then the second course, have y'all flesh that out together, third course. I'll find a way of adding y'all to the system too. That sounds like a solution to the scenario.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate you. All right, y'all waking, bro. On behalf of the brothers, you heard everybody what they were saying today. What do you perceive the best next steps I could take for the financial team? Because I would say this right now. My goal is to have, okay, at least the broker. I think everybody know their position and have accepted it mentally. Yeah, I haven't done a good job of communicating what those roles totally entail and how they relate to each other. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really activated it and took them to the next levels of training, and maybe there's some stagnation there. But you let me know, what do you perceive the best way of going that the brothers would be right now? At least the brothers in the financial group.
Well, yeah, the brothers in the financial group, I feel the best thing, what it seems like they like Ish is getting at is he's ready to work. He's ready to and seeing what, because that's Ish role is to go out there and brokerage deals and do that. I feel like the best thing for us to do is just keep doing what we've been doing as far as getting in these calls and talking to each other, and then actually putting forth action. I feel like people we want to work. You know what I mean? We want to really start doing what we want to do to help build the nation. You know what I mean? We know you saying patience, you know what I mean, about a month, or, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's how I feel. Like they really ready to get to it. I'm ready to work too, but I'm more of a patient person too, from what I've been learning. You know what I mean? I can't rush nothing, can't overstep. Don't and fall back and let it just drift off. You got to work too. You know what I mean? It's a yin and the yang for everything. You know what I mean? It's polarity for everything. So it got to be a balance. It got to be patience, sitting back, chilling, gathering knowledge, and also executing. So I feel like just more conversations for real. Like let's not like go more than 2 days without chopping it up for real. like really no more than 1 day. You know what I mean? We can do a day break, but I'm really ready because I've been dreaming about this since I was like 7 and didn't even know what the dream was. You know what I mean? Like ever since I was a shorty, I've been ready. You know what I mean for this. You know what I mean for this building our nation and governing ourselves and um, growing our own food and protecting our own people and just really uplifting our people. So I'm really ready, but I learned patience. You know what I mean? So I'm really, you know what I mean, as far as so I feel like the group really with the guys with the financial team, we ready, man. Like once you know what I mean, once these methods start hitting, you know what I mean, who's to say like I'm not saying like but like within 3 weeks, securitization method damn it hit before the ASEAN number hit. Really want to start putting finances. But from my point of view, from me, my opinion, I really want to start putting towards and building this nation. You know, I feel like this nation like just came to me. You know what I mean? Like I feel like God knows what He's doing. So I really want to work and uplift because we're thousands of years behind, but we're right on time. You know what I mean? So that comes with patience and like we let's get it done. You know what I mean? Let's do what we do, but still do it accordingly, do it the right way. So we ain't got to do it again. You know what I mean? So we do it, we hit it the right way the first time, and now it's on automatic. You know what I mean? But if we can't, I ain't gonna say if we can't, but if it takes more time than what you say, 3 weeks, if it takes more time, you know what I mean? All right, be patient, but the finance, the fellas, we got to start generating some type of funds for the group. So everybody that's really a part of the group can prosper. And you know what I mean? We're not trying, I know what you try, you know, we want to do. We want to weave out the weak, you know what I mean? Because we only stronger than our weakest link. So you want to weave out people, let them fall off the group if they're not really interested. You know what I mean, with this nation, because we building a nation. This is like I don't know if anybody really knows this is.
Yeah.
Way more people. It should be way more people on the Zoom call. But also I want to say you did say 9 o'clock and you like 4 hours ahead of people. Because right
It's
now
not 9 o'clock.
it's nah, bro. It's 7. It's just about to turn 7 where I'm at. You light years ahead of people. You know what I mean? So people probably still thinking 9, but you also
So
did really
I
good.
have no idea about the time, man. Because shit, it sounds like it's 9. See, because in my world, shit, what the fuck?
No, it's yeah, you in on the whole other side of the world, but
That's another thing, man. The time I be trying. Look, it's so many little issues that get in the way. People wouldn't even think it is real. Like I'm
yeah,
really thinking 9 o'clock y'all time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I
no,
got
but that's why I'm thinking ain't nobody because if like we gotta really be a nation, so it gotta be way more people on this Zoom call so we could really get this together and
hey, bro.
speak.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, I'm not laughing. But can I keep it real, bro? I'm gonna be real with you, man. This is just a fact, man. Think about something even like the United States of America, right? They say it was 13 people that signed the Constitution. You feel me? But I'm just here to say, man, from my history of life and witnessing humanity, most people, and it's not even their fault, bro. There's not there's not a lot of people that's gonna be down with making something happen, with building something. But
For
people will
sure.
be down when they don't need faith anymore. You know, when it's like, oh, it's solid. It looks like it's rolling. I can go with it. But that's just the natural thing about life, right? Most people don't get equity and they're not going to get certain benefits. Of course, they're not going to have certain rewards. But they wouldn't even mind because they don't even look at life for those types of rewards. So it's just some of us who actually want to be a part of creating something like that, right? And it would be a few people all the time, if that, you know.
Mhm.
That's life, because again, I know it doesn't need a lot of people for that for these moments, right? For the wrap up phase. This is a wrap up phase. This really is a solo mission phase. Can I be real? Let me explain. This is a solo mission phase that because I did the Most High still got me working with people, and this is me telling myself I'm not fucking with nobody no more. Let me finish wrapping this up so I can get delivered to people. You feel me?
Mhm.
Still, I came to Brazil to make sure I isolate myself to finish this. You feel me? But I still love and care about humanity and like that vibe so much. I still didn't reached out and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? It's almost it's a good it's interesting because in my mind, I know how serious this is. I be on some life or death mission type shit, meaning at any given time somebody can come through the door. I know I'm in all these different government sites. You know, I know how real and deep this is. I don't even expect people to feel that. You feel me? Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them to feel the way I really feel about this, knowing the intricacies of it, the scariness of it for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah, no, you right though. We'll
Nah,
like
people
you
wouldn't
right
even,
though. Mhm.
bro. I'm in a
If
different country and shit, my nigga. Bro, I think I stay away from my family for a reason because I don't want them to be in danger because they might not even think it's this dangerous because people don't even think it's real for the most part, you know. So this shit comes with a lot of shit that I don't even want people to have to deal with, right? Say that part of life, man. So so that's a whole nother part of it, man. And then this being like a wrap up phase. You feel me? Most of this shit shouldn't even be said on none of these lines. This is how I really feel. You feel me?
no, for real. Hey, no, real shit though. But honestly, I look at it like this. Um, but the masses start following our movement, and then you know
It's 7 o'clock though.
where I'm at.
Yeah, it's 7:58 over here in Eastern.
Yeah, it's 6:58 right now.
Yeah, I just peeped the message and I was like, wait a minute, were they? Did he mean? Because I think you 2 hours ahead or whatever. But you know we got
Yeah, man.
daylight savings time and they don't do that down there.
Yeah, man. I should be knowing, but it's crazy. This is crazy.
Nah, that happens, man. It's cool.
Yeah, no, you good, man. I was gonna reiterate when you posted at 9 o'clock. I'm like, all right, because I always try to. I'm like, all right, what time zone? What time zone? I'll be asking what time zone because we not all in the same time zone. So I'll be like, what time zone? Because 9 o'clock for you is 7 o'clock for me. Good though, man. The frequency, people align, they should know. You know what I mean? If you are, you know, people
Facts. It's all
basically,
good.
yeah. But that's basically how I perceive it. You know, we just ready to work, man. We just need to talk more and have a little bit of patience, but we ready to execute.
I feel y'all 1,000,000%, man.
Even
You
if
know,
it's like little documents that you post in a group to, you know what I mean, that
bro,
we could.
I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be real. I'm just gonna say this to humanity. I'm gonna say this to humanity. I be feeling like I'm getting trapped, y'all. It's like a person asks you to answer a question, you start answering it, and then they start telling you how you talking ain't the best way, right? You know what I'm saying? So I done been caught in that trap so many times in my life. I'm trying not to get caught in those traps. You feel me?
Yeah.
Meaning, so now, right? You say I'm ready to work, right? Now my idea of what that means may be different than your idea. Cause
Mhm.
if I act like it, which I want to say, okay, I'm gonna treat everybody like they're ready to rock and roll. But what I'm learning is my perception of like basically like even Ishmael, for instance, like okay, fellas, like even in how I attempted to give forward roles and try to talk to people who want to play which role. If this ain't your role, you can create one. And you kind of see how that kind of went, y'all, fellas. You feel me?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was me attempting to do just what you're asking now, right? Get people ready to work. How you feeling about it? And the first step is okay, positioning, get in the right position, understanding the position, how it relates to everybody else, and bow, right? But a lot of people may not perceive the steps as even needed, right? So when somebody
Mhm.
tell me they ready to work, I don't want to just be like, okay, be willing to accept whatever anybody's willing to give as what they perceive work is, right? Because it may not be beneficial for the team, it may not be beneficial for them. They may be wasting their time, and I'm just being nice, saying, okay, good job, right? I don't want to be that guy, and then also I don't want to be the guy who puts a demand on someone, and now I'm perceived as bad or mean because that was a heavy demand, and maybe I didn't give them everything that they needed. You see what I'm trying to say here? So the only way I know how to move for real is without any of those limits. Like I don't want to feel bad if I say something. I mean, because I might say something wrong to you or y'all have no idea the fucking things. Boy, I gotta think about so many things that ain't me just giving y'all the answers when I'm trying to give y'all the answers. You feel me? Most
Right.
of the things that I have to be thinking about when I'm trying to give you the answer ain't got shit to do with the answer. Is can I keep my tone in a way that they're gonna be cool with? Can I say this in a way that don't disrespect one of them or all of them? It be things that, to be honest, y'all, that shit is draining. But I want to not be draining. I want to just be like, all right, you ready? I know, I really know what to do. I really know what to take. I really know your greatest next step in this group. And I don't want to feel bad for that either, right? I don't want to feel like I'm trying to control great people.
Right.
So it's like it's a lot that comes with somebody even asking you a question nowadays. You feel me?
I understand what you're
That's where
talking
I'm
about.
at. That's right where I'm at. Cause y'all, everybody's grown. Everybody gonna let me know they grown if I talk to them like I'm teaching them or telling them something to do. But that has to happen if I'm teaching or telling you something to do, you know? I'm not here to disrespect anybody, but I
Line up.
will say, okay, not like that. Hey, this ain't no, we ain't gonna do like that, bro. We moving like this. You know, and if you disagree, and now we got a debate about if that method is right. I'm just witnessing that over and over, y'all. You feel me? It's not
Yeah,
a
I feel
cop
you,
out.
man.
It's not a cop out. It's just like, okay, what we gonna do? Because I'm down to lead. I know when I say I'm not your leader, it ain't because I'm not a great leader. It's just because I'm watching the resistance in so many
Yeah.
different areas for different reasons. You feel me?
Yeah, but you're I can tell you're a great teacher. If you know you recognize the problem, you see that's a problem, so come at it different. You know what I mean? You know people's energy. You probably had some conversations with people where that they felt some type of way of you saying something. So now next time you come at that person, come at it different. Ask them would they like to do this? How do you feel about taking on this task? If not, cool. If so, go about let's talk about it. You know what I mean? So see if they're going about the task the way that you prefer. Or just let it go and let them do the task, present it to you, and then be like, oh, I rock with it. Or be like, yeah, I like it, but do this, boom, 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 do it like this. Like, right, look, we building a nation, bro. Look, if a motherfucker can't take you telling them or asking them to do something, then they need to go figure it out themselves then. Go build a nation and do the paperwork and do what they gotta do. it's too much shit going on for you know what I mean for us to just be like, oh, I'm worried about what a motherfucker gonna feel when I tell them this. Fuck all that. Look, we're part of this nation. We're building this nation. If they want to build this nation with us, get in line. And you're not disrespecting nobody. You're not saying, hey, you stupid motherfucker, do it this way. You know what I mean? You're not gonna. Not. I know you're not disrespecting anybody. And it don't matter. Fuck a tone. Shit, that's just the frequency they hearing it on. You know what I mean? So it's like, shit. We gotta, man, this nation, bro, this nation business for real. like like they I'm not trying to be harsh or nothing, but man, we really trying to save millions of generations lives. This is the start of that. I'm not thinking about myself now. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about generations. I was sitting here, I knew I'm here to break generational curses. You know what I mean? I have the opportunity to break generational curses. I like what's going on with the Love Nation. I love what is going on with it. You know what I mean? This is the bottom. This is the core of the earth. We getting this shit out the mud. We doing this shit out the mud. And shit, the frequency is going to align the right way. That's how I feel. So we can't think about one, two people that feel like, you know what I mean? Oh, I don't like how you talking. We saving millions and millions and millions of lives. For real. Like without having to struggle, like the easy life, the good life, that shit is real. Like that shit is in our generation that we could start this because it's already happening. There's a lot of other shit going on in the world where the system is crumbling. You know what I mean? And other nations are rising. And we're just a part of that. And I don't care. I don't care about how a person think like, oh man, no, I'm gonna say it in the most respectfulest way. You feel me? But we saving lives, man. Like, bro, I'm thinking about my great grandchildren with this. I don't want my child working, having to work for $13, $14 an hour, struggling to do this and that. No, no. Like, man, I done lost too many people to be just playing around with this shit. This is a nation. This ain't no rap group or no R&B group. It's a nation. You
Facts.
feel me?
Facts. I feel you 1,000,000%, bro. I really do 1,000,000,000%. 1,000,000,000%.
If the
Hey,
people strong, shit, fuck it.
I feel
That's
you at
how
the same time. What's that?
I said. That's how I feel, man. Shit. Go ahead.
I feel you 1,000,000,000%. And I feel everybody. Lakitha, anything to say? Ishmael, anything to say?
I just second when he said that when people receive, they hearing on their frequency. So forget how it comes out. I mean, it's going to naturally. They're gonna pick up even when you try to work around what you say. They're still gonna pick. I deal with that on a daily basis. I deal with that in my relationships. You know, the Most High tells me exactly how to say it, and that way I know at the end of the day I didn't do or say anything improper. I know how to speak on that level. So I know what you're talking about. It's a universal language. All you have to do is, hey, love is a universal language. If you know you love them, hey, when it's time to get on their ass, or if it's time to just say it the way it come out, that's the way it's gonna come out. That's the way love is saying come for it to come out. And whatever that does, it can repel that person. It can make that person come closer. But what I found is whenever they come back 360, they realize I was always telling the truth. No matter what, whether you liked it, loved it, if it sounded sweet to you, because most times I'm sweet, but when it's time for me to give you that no nonsense, no bullshit, that's me. I'm her. So that's why when you talk to me like that, hey, I don't take nothing from it. I feel like, hey, we got into that level, brother and sister, like, because that's real to me. Period.
I feel you. I hear you. That is the actual truth. Oh, Ishmael, I feel you too, bro. I feel like, man, I know people ready to work, bro. I get it. To me, you know what working really is?
What woken really is?
Working. I mean,
Working.
because y'all
My
bringing it to my attention that his perspective is that you just ready to work. I'm ready to get it. I'm ready to represent the number. I get it, right? So to me, do you know what work really is?
Absolutely, brother. Listen, you define what work you need to get done, right?
Okay.
Define to me what work you need done.
I'll put it like this. In your world of the brokerage, right? The answer to my question though, I would say it was a loaded question. The answer is practice. If somebody asks me, Kyle, what is working? If somebody say, hey, let's work, I would say, hey, great question. Working is practicing. And if they say, why is working practicing, Kyle? I would say this, you only perform as great as you practice. And if you want to make sure you do something right, then you have to practice it right. Right? So what is the work that I perceive you and anybody in the group has to do now? It is really practice on their skill and as it relates to their role. So, say you're the guy who has to build all the relationships for the brokers and close deals with brokers, right? So, with you, what I would like to do is specifically ensure that you understand a whole bunch of topics, different offerings, the different terms of the offerings, why one offering exemption would be better than another one for a certain person, the
Mhm.
process of the transfer agents with the underwriter, with even if you know the thing, it's more so about practicing them and looking in depth at the offering itself, right? So you can be able to represent it well, and then I know that you also say you got your offering. So then it's like, okay, there's no need to do two if they got the same goal. But if we got to do two, now we got double the load. So that means, at least where I'm standing from, Ishmael, even if I knew Chase Bank owner, right? I know the owner and I know he might be willing to buy my note. I still will want to walk in that meeting knowing every detail about my offering, every detail about the private placement memorandum, every detail about the trust I'm using, every fucking detail, so that if he asks me anything, I got the answer for his ass. I ain't gotta go refer to nobody. So I want to put you in that situation. And I just perceive that there's a wide variety of knowledge that's necessary to clear up on, then double check on, then triple check on together to be fully prepared. I would like you to go in this as if you don't have any friends. Even though in your world, I hear you say, you got friends, they just gonna take it. I get you. That does happen. I'm not against it. Yeah, I would like us to take the meticulousness of this situation to really understand the offering, how it relates to the structure of the nation, how it's going to be distributed, to understand everything. So whereas if I look at Ishmael, I know he understands the offering. I know he doesn't even need me to answer any question about it. You feel me?
I feel you. Hey, and listen, if you send it over to me, I'll start reading it so that I can understand it.
That's cool. I know the best method for brothers like us, we got to set our times 101. 101 times to go over a read section at a time, back and forth. Because I'll be able to provide you with a clarity only because I drafted it. That, you know what I'm saying? Could help us get some real time super action. You know what I'm saying? Some super knowledge.
No,
I can
that
highlight
sounds good to
stuff.
me, man.
What's up?
I said that sounds good to me.
Yeah,
And just for clarification, when I'm describing those plays, right? I'm just describing potential plays that can be ran. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah,
not necessarily saying that I don't go into something without the meticulousness. You know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to close a client, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing research, you know what I'm saying, and I'm using that information on that phone
fact.
call. You know what I mean? So same with the offering, right? Even and that's basically what I was talking about as well, just from the beginning in terms of getting you on the phone with the raisins.com and all that stuff was so that we can use that just for this one offering, right? Like it doesn't have to be my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather, because guess what? As I went into this process, what do you need? Board members. You need advisors. You need, who's your deal team? What's your fund administration team? What's that process looking like? You know what I'm saying? So I get it, and I know that you could pay $350 to a CPA, have like the main thing that you need. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of us can play all of those other positions. You know what I mean? And then we get our verbiage together and how we want to sell it. And boom, bam, boom. 90 days, we looking good. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really how the fundraising process looks, right? 90 days. You know what I'm saying? Um, we'll do virtual road shows, however we want to set it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right, bro. And bro, I respect your energy. That's why I'm not rushing.
100%.
You know, somebody, I think it was Saturn. Saturn said something a few days ago. Bro, I just had a situation yesterday. Yahweh can help me out with it. Well, 2 days ago. I know I made the best decision. Yet I don't know if it was necessary. And it don't even matter. You feel me? You feel me, Yahweh?
No, for sure. You could have been overthinking, but you know what I mean? But shit, that gut feeling, you know what I mean?
Thanks. It don't even matter because I'm happy that I know I can make that choice. So like Saturn brought something up like it was a certain power of being able to say no to some good pussy. Feel me? Okay, a girl jumped off the phone. I said it. So he like it was a certain power he felt by being able to say no to some good pussy. And I know a few nights ago, this nice chick trying to invite me somewhere. I just didn't feel it in my gut, man. I'm feeling like I don't know, might be one of them trying to catch a nigga slipping moves. You feel me? So
Right.
I opted out of it after I needed a bro call though. I called y'all Wakey there for some extra confidence booster.
Hey, it is
But
a
yeah,
powerful.
We got to go into business and stuff like that too, because we can't just jump into everything and take every deal and shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's just it's on all levels, man. You know what I mean? Because I've been through away that lust factor shit. I've been through away. I mean, I'm happy. Basically happy married type shit. You know what I mean? I got a child. I'm chilling. You know
yeah,
what I mean? But even before her, I've been stopped. I don't give a fuck how fine you is. If I got that feeling, like, nah, that's with anything, even with a job or whatever. The job pay good, I don't want to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's better choices out there. You
facts,
know,
facts.
can never go against that gut feeling.
Facts. Yeah, fellas. We can put the gas on them. I know what we can do to them. You feel me? I could just tighten up. It's some tightening up I can do basically. Basic tighten up too, man. Nigga, stop tripping, tighten up, man. Keep it going.
Yeah,
And just get this shit moving. Stop responding to everything
that's it,
basically
brother.
and keep it
Hey,
moving, bro.
hey,
Like that's
there's
the best thing I can do.
really
Stop
quick.
responding to everything.
There's a comment I wanted to make too. There's always going to be
And
resistance,
just
man.
like absorb everything, acknowledge it, and just keep going. Because right now, what's that?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just saying it's always going to be resistance, brother, but like your plan perseveres. You know what I'm saying? Trust the process. You know what I'm saying? Gears got to grind for the machine to run. So like there's resistance that causes growth and resistance that causes digression. You know what I'm saying? So as long as it's the type of resistance that causes growth, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, brothers, it's some shit. It's a lot of shit that I'm not saying that I be wanting to say, y'all. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's so much shit to this shit, you know, that I be wanting to say the Most High just got me not saying, and that's okay too. You feel me? Just know though, man. I know this shit is real, bro. When I say real, man, I mean there's some stuff I could show. It's just y'all. I'm gonna be real, man. Listen, the world has to see us follow each other instructions. You're gonna lead. You got the leadership. Everybody got a role, right? So when you're talking, I'm listening. When you're talking about what you're the leader of, you feel me? I'm just listening. If you ask me to do something for you and you're the leader in that, I'm going to follow. You feel me? And the world needs to be able to see this, fellas. The world has absolutely no examples of men who follow instructions with each other and fucking can lead. One person's leading that role, you leading the other one. Ain't no ego. We don't even know what that looks like no more. We done fucking lost all examples. Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
That's the thing. That's the real thing they want to see, whoever they are, the women or the groups or the people. Some unity. And we gotta look, act it. It's nothing wrong with acting because sometimes you have to act it because it's not natural. Because your nature changed. Because they done changed us into these types of people who live in independent, separate from each other. Another great man talk to you, buck up. You know how it is, man. You feel me? If that nigga is halfway capable, you nigga, you gotta show this nigga you more capable. All types of little goofy shit. It's one bitch, it's two of y'all. Which one of y'all gonna get her? All types of little stupid ass games. Joan this nigga and all these stupid ass divisive games since we was young. Joan and everything's a competition against us. But all of their games is unity. So we're just at the party late when it comes to the one aspect, y'all, that I see that we're really dealing with is how bad do we want unity, really? How bad do we want to be able to pass something down to our children and children? Because this, like, if you being good is the goal, this deep ass conversation is not necessary. You feel me? Like, if getting paid is the goal, we do not have to take these deep ass conversations about all of this deep ass structure and this deep ass system. You feel me? Getting paid can happen with some credit. We can just bust a move. You feel me? Liquidated securities, we know that that's it. Not focus on none of the tribe or nothing else. But what I'm saying is this is clearly deeper than that. So I just think by people keeping that on their forefront of their mind, they're gonna be able to do things they never thought they could do. Bring shit to the table they never thought they could bring, and deal with shit they never thought they could deal with. Cause shit start meaning different shit when you live in life for a different reason. You feel me? It's all like a saying, you know. So there's things happening here that will be spoken of soon. And there's other structural things, y'all, that I'll say here. Let's just play a game of follow the leader. If you're the leader of something, everybody gotta have a time to lead in that. And everybody's following them in that. Y'all feel me? So
No, yeah.
that's why it's important to choose your role carefully. Your role should relate to who you really are in life, right? And something that you love doing so that at certain time you get to set your meeting, right? Y'all waking, you get to set the time of the week where it's all about what you doing. You feel me? The discharge of that, if that's what you want or whatever aspect you're leading that. We're listening. If you need us to do something in that role, you can tell us what to do. Same with you, Ishmael. And again, the goal though is once I give you as much information that I wish to give you that I know is needed for you to know what the company needs of you in that role, then you could bring whatever else sauce you got. It don't matter. Um, and you'll be leading that, and that's what the world needs to see. Okay, you running that broker shit, so you're talking all that shit about that. Y'all waking talking all the shit about the discharge. We got Lakeisha talking shit up, Lakeitha talking shit all about the courses or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Different people talking different shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it sounds like a nigga talking, but it is a nigga talking. So,
Yeah,
next
man.
steps. What I'm doing is I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, y'all. But I do realize I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But I realize though also that it is time to engage a little more with people. Okay, and then a little more consistent. That's what I'm really hearing too. Be more consistent, even in the transitional phase. Um, and let's get some measurable tasks and deliverables. That's really what I'm hearing too.
Yeah.
All right.
As as
So that's what I'm
as
gonna
far
do.
as far as next steps for me, I'll reach out to you and we'll take some time and we'll go through the offering and we'll take it piece by piece.
Yeah, that's all everybody got to do. Get on their one line at a time and with me, and then I present everybody to the team to lead, and people gonna see it like overnight. Start seeing how this shit is set up.
Cool.
So I'm with that. Yeah, if we all just got on like a nice 2 week schedule. This week we gonna go over the offering with the group too, see they budget in there, and then we need to talk about. We're gonna talk about some things. We're definitely gonna be talking about some things. But hey, welcome to the world of government accounting, governmental accounting. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we're
Yeah.
doing. We're looking at a governmental budget, and everybody who's part of the government gonna decide and say, okay, is this a yay or a nay? I ain't saying yay or nay. We finna do a fucking governmental vote on everybody's budget. This finna be fun. That's the type of shit that excite me, by the way. Actually handling government business. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely that time.
Facts. It really is, man. So it's some shit shaking over here too that I ain't gonna say right now. But you look, y'all, I definitely been listening to everybody. Yeah, the thing the Most High lead me to doing be different. You feel me? It just be different. We gonna see very shortly here. Mm-hmm. Very, 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 very short. So I appreciate everybody, man. I'm still gonna tap in at 9 o'clock. Evidently, is what time is it right now? 9 o'clock is in 30
8.
minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes. It's 8:28.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, if you
Hey,
can
For the
tap
Ish.
in
people
in 30
who
minutes, I'm a tap out and then I'll hop back on at 9.
But yeah, I'm just gonna tap in 30 minutes for the people who perceive it still 9 o'clock. Hey, I appreciate you 1,000,000%, both of y'all. All right.
For sure, bro.
What's up?
Appreciate you. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.